Have you ever wondered if the Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in Hindu scriptures? This question might seem unusual, even intriguing to some. Yet it's a topic that has sparked countless discussions among scholars and religious enthusiasts alike. In today's exploration, we will dive into the depths of various Hindu scriptures, examining them with a magnifying glass of curiosity and reverence. Our aim is to investigate the possibility of references to the Prophet Muhammad, a figure central to Islam within these ancient texts. We'll sift through the pages of time-honored texts, interpret complex verses, and consult the works of esteemed scholars, all in an attempt to unravel this captivating query. Whether you're a scholar yourself, or simply someone with a thirst for knowledge, this journey promises to be both enlightening and engaging. So, without further ado, join us as we embark on a fascinating journey through time and texts. Before delving into our main topic, it's crucial to understand the vastness and complexity of Hindu scriptures. The Hindu religious philosophy is deeply rooted in a rich tapestry of texts known as the Hindu scriptures. These texts are divided into two categories: Shruti, or that which is heard, and Smriti, or that which is remembered. The most ancient and revered among these are the Vedas, often referred to as the bedrock of Hindu philosophy. Comprising of Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda, these scriptures date back to around 2000 BCE. They cover a wide range of topics, from rituals and ceremonies to philosophical inquiries and moral codes, encapsulating the spiritual wisdom of the ages. Next in line of importance are the Upanishads. Often referred to as Vedanta, or the culmination of the Vedas, they delve deeper into philosophical concepts such as the nature of reality and the self. They serve as the foundation of many spiritual practices and philosophies within Hinduism. Then, we have the Puranas. These are ancient narratives detailing the exploits of gods and goddesses, the creation and destruction of the universe, and the intricate web of destinies that bind all beings. They are 18 in number and are considered a significant source of cultural and historical information. The epics, namely the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, are another integral part of Hindu scriptures. They narrate epic tales of heroism, duty, love, and sacrifice, providing moral and ethical guidelines for living a righteous life. Lastly, we have the Dharma Shastras like the Manusmriti, which provide guidance on ethical and moral living, detailing the duties and responsibilities of individuals in various stages of life. Each of these scriptures plays a unique role in Hinduism, shaping its philosophy, practices, and traditions. They are not just texts, but living traditions, passed down through generations, guiding the spiritual journey of countless individuals. With this backdrop, we now proceed to our main question. Some believe that the Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in the Vedas, the oldest scriptures in Hinduism. Let's explore this claim. The Vedas, composed thousands of years ago, are the foundation of Hindu philosophy and spirituality. In the vast expanse of these ancient texts, some suggest that the Prophet Muhammad is prophesied. The Atharva Veda, one of the 4 primary Vedas, is often called into focus. A verse in the 20th book, hymn number 127, is frequently cited. It speaks of a camel-riding rishi, a term used to denote a wise or enlightened individual. Given the Prophet Muhammad's historical context, some interpret this as a reference to him. The camels, they argue, point to the Prophet's Arabian origins. In the Rig Veda, the first and perhaps the most revered of the Vedas, there are verses that mention a praiseworthy individual, a leader of men, who will guide people across the river of destruction. The word praiseworthy translates to Muhammad in Arabic, leading some to view this as a prophetic mention of the Prophet Muhammad. Yet, these interpretations are not universally accepted. Critics argue that the verses are taken out of context, or that the translations are not entirely accurate. They contend that the term rishi is a generic term used for enlightened individuals, not a specific prophecy about the Prophet Muhammad. They also point out that the river of destruction is a common metaphor in ancient texts, representing the trials and tribulations of life. Moreover, some scholars argue that the praiseworthy individual in the Rig Veda could be any virtuous person, not necessarily the Prophet Muhammad. They assert that the Veda's universal teachings transcend specific individuals or religions, focusing instead on universal truths and moral values. Interpretations can vary, and it's essential to approach these claims with an open mind. The discussions around these verses reflect the rich tapestry of human thought and belief, reminding us of the interconnectedness of our diverse spiritual traditions. Another set of Hindu scriptures where Prophet Muhammad is said to be mentioned are the Puranas. The Puranas, ancient Hindu texts, are a vast body of literature containing narratives about the history of the universe from creation to destruction, genealogies of kings, heroes, sages and demigods, and descriptions of Hindu cosmology, philosophy and geography. Among the 18 main Puranas, the Bhavishya Purana is often highlighted. This text is traditionally believed to contain prophecies about future events and figures, and some assert that it includes references to Prophet Muhammad. One such verse, according to some interpretations, describes a Malekha, a foreigner named Mahamada, who, it's argued, could be a reference to Prophet Muhammad. The verse speaks of a spiritual leader who will guide his followers with justice and truth, which some associate with the teachings of Islam. However, these interpretations are not without controversy. Critics argue that the term Malekha is often used pejoratively in ancient Indian texts to describe non-Aryans, and the meaning of Mahamada is not definitively known. Some also point out that the Bhavishya Purana has been subject to many interpolations over the centuries, making it difficult to ascertain the original text's content. Further, some scholars argue that the verses are too vague and could apply to many historical figures, not just Prophet Muhammad. They caution that any attempt to link these verses specifically to Prophet Muhammad can be seen as an exercise in selective interpretation. As we delve into other Puranas, such as the Vishnu Purana and the Padma Purana, similar debates arise. Verses that some interpret as prophesying Prophet Muhammad are seen by others as too general, or as referring to different individuals or events altogether. As we can see, interpretations can differ based on one's perspective. This is a common theme when dealing with ancient texts, and it's important to approach these interpretations with an open mind, understanding that our modern perspectives can sometimes color our understanding of these ancient words. These claims have sparked much debate among scholars. Let's take a look at their views. The mention of Prophet Muhammad in Hindu scriptures has been a point of contention among scholars from various fields. Some religious scholars, particularly those from the Islamic faith, have argued that there are indeed references to the Prophet in the Vedas and the Puranas. For instance, Dr. Zakir Naik, a renowned Islamic scholar, asserts that several Hindu scriptures, including the Bhavishya Purana, contain prophetic descriptions that align with the life and teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Similarly, Maulana Vidyarthi, in his work Muhammad in World Scriptures, points out various passages from the Vedas that, according to him, predict the coming of the Prophet. Yet these assertions have not gone unchallenged. Critics argue that these interpretations are a result of either mistranslations or misinterpretations. They maintain that the original Sanskrit scriptures do not contain any explicit reference to Prophet Muhammad. Scholars such as Swami Dayananda Saraswati, founder of the Arya Samaj, have categorically denied these claims, stating that the Vedas and the Puranas are entirely focused on spiritual principles and do not prophesize any individual's coming. Another controversy arises from the methodology of interpretation. Critics argue that some scholars employ a selective and literal reading of the scriptures to justify their claims, ignoring the broader context and symbolic nature of these ancient texts. Despite these disagreements, these debates have a silver lining. They have sparked interest in the study of these sacred texts, leading to a more profound exploration of their meaning and relevance. They have also opened up dialogue between followers of these two great religions, fostering a better understanding and mutual respect. As we delve deeper into these discussions, we find that they are not merely about validating a claim, but rather about understanding the intricacies of faith, interpretation, and the universal quest for spiritual truth. While these debates continue, they contribute to a broader understanding of both religions. So, is Prophet Muhammad mentioned in Hindu scriptures? The answer is not straightforward. We've navigated the labyrinthine verses of the Vedas and the Puranas, deciphering their meanings and interpretations. We've dived into the intricate narratives, deciphering possible allusions to the Prophet Muhammad. We've contemplated the different perspectives, from the literal to the metaphorical, from the historical to the spiritual. We've also witnessed the diverse scholarly views, the debates and the controversies that surround this topic. It's a rich tapestry of interpretations and beliefs, as diverse as humanity itself. There are those who see clear references, others who discount them, and yet others who see it as a matter of faith. These discussions, however complex, contribute to a broader understanding of our shared human experience, offering insights into how different faiths can intersect and interact. While we may not have a definitive answer, the exploration of this topic opens up interesting avenues for interfaith dialogue and mutual understanding.